Welcome everybody to another one of my raw and uncut videos because again, no video editor and no video editing skills. So my videos are exactly as I record them. Sorry for any mistakes. Quick YouTube crypto disclaimers. Let's get those out of the way. None of this is financial advice. What I'm telling you is just information that I have. What you do with it to your own decisions, and I'm just giving you what I know, and do your own research and all that good stuff. And also because I have a growing YouTube channel, smash the like button and the subscribe button and all that bullshit. So let's get started. Coinbase. So I have been doing some videos recently on projects, and those videos kind of assume that you already have some crypto to transact with those systems. And so it kind of breezes through the, get this coin on this network. And so I've had a lot of people ask me, beginners, hey, can you do a video on getting the crypto, getting a hold of it so that we can do what you're telling us to do. So this is taking a step back from my normal videos, and this is kind of a for dummies version, book version of onboarding and offboarding, on ramp, off ramp, fiat, your local currency of your country, into crypto. So I have Coinbase up here. I'm going to do Coinbase because it's available in about 100 countries. You can actually go to coinbase.com/places and check if it's available in your country. Several in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia. So about 100 countries. And it actually also tells you on here what you can do. So like some of them you can just convert, some you can buy, sell, what methods and stuff like that. So, take a look. Coinbase, that's what I'm using because I'm very familiar with it. I've used it for a long time. There's other ones. So the major exchanges are Coinbase, and part of this is their centralized exchanges. So like Coinbase is publicly traded on the US stock exchange as of this year. And so, most US banks will transact with it without an issue. I have two bank accounts tied to this that I have no issues with. Other countries don't have nearly as much trouble typically with banks, I think, with this stuff as US. So, whereas like FTX is also a very large centralized exchange, and they do have a US facing version, and Binance also has a global and a US facing version. Kraken is also a US friendly centralized exchange. So, all of those are other ones you can look into besides Coinbase if for some reason Coinbase is not supported in your country. FTX, Binance, and Kraken. Potentially, they all have a lot of assets as well. So the very first thing to do, I'm already logged into my account, but just go to coinbase.com and just sign up for a new account. You have to KYC. Any centralized exchange, you have to KYC, know your customer. You have to validate your identity. These guys have to account for every transaction in and out. So they have to know who's doing it. Obviously, do your identity verification, pay your taxes. So I don't know what it takes today because I've had my Coinbase account for years, but I imagine that you just fill out your demographic info. You have to upload some photo ID, and most of this stuff is automated anymore. So within 48 hours, I would think that you probably have an okay and you're approved to transact on here, I would think. So make sure you do that. Just sign up for an account, do your KYC. One quick thing while we're talking about signing up for an account, they do have referral fees. So I'm going to put this in the link to the video. We'll both get 10 bucks in Bitcoin if you use my referral fee. So if you're going to sign up anyway, there's no reason not to. Get yourself 10 bucks of free Bitcoin, and I'll get some as well, which is cool. So let's just talk about basically, onboarding and offboarding fiat, your local currency, into crypto. So once you have your account, it's very simple. So the other piece of this that I need to go into before we talk about actually transacting on Coinbase is, for whatever blockchain the project is on that anybody's talking about, you have to have a wallet that supports transacting on that blockchain. So I have a few very common ones here. MetaMask. If you do not already have a MetaMask wallet, you can transact on the Ethereum blockchain, the Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, I'm sure a bunch of others, but those three in Solana are the only four to this point that I've done transactions on. So I use MetaMask for Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Avalanche, and then Phantom.app or Soulflare.com. These are the two common Solana wallets, with Phantom being the king. So get yourself those. That'll pretty much get you in all the big major chains that everyone's using right now. And then there's some smaller ones that MetaMask may or may not support. I haven't transacted on those myself yet. So just go here and you download it. These all just use a browser extension for the most part. So Phantom's here, MetaMask is here. Once you download them, it basically just puts them in an extension in your browser, and that's how you access them. So it's very simple. But super important piece of this is, basically you download it and then you say create new wallet. You come into it, create new wallet. I already have mine created, obviously, in both of these. But what it does when you create a new wallet, super simple, and it just gives you what they call a seed phrase. It's, I think, between 14 and 21 randomly generated words. This is one of the most important things you will have to keep in your entire life. Keep it somewhere safe where no one else can possibly know the information, but you know where it is and what it is. So the seed phrase is a way to recover your wallet and the funds in your wallet. Because these are just browser extensions, especially, if this computer dies or my Chrome gets reset and I need to access that wallet again, I have to have that seed phrase. Okay. If you don't have that seed phrase, no more accessing the wallet. All the funds are completely inaccessible by you unless you somehow get a hold of that seed phrase. So super cautious. But by the other direction, if somebody gets a hold of your seed phrase, they literally just need that 14 to 21 random word seed phrase, then they can just plug that into their MetaMask on their computer and access your wallet and their funds. So keep it secure, but keep it somewhere safe and make sure you know what it is. Same with, any wallet you create on any blockchain, Solana, the Soulflare, Phantom, they're all the same. They're going to give you a seed phrase, keep it safe. Anyway, so get a hold of these, create a wallet, and that will get you so you can transact on these blockchains. All right, so back to Coinbase. I basically am going to kind of demonstrate buying Avalanche because the projects I've been doing recently have been on the Avalanche network. But you can, Coinbase has a whole host of assets, and it has all the layer one stuff. So Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon Matic, BS. Actually, you know what? I don't know if it has BNB or not. Let me see really quick here. Does it have BNB? BNB is the Binance Smart Chain. Okay, so interestingly, it does not have BNB. So that looks like it's the only one. But it has Solana, it has Avalanche, it has Ethereum, it has Bitcoin. So most of these chains, that's what you need to get started with anyway. And you can get them on Coinbase. So I'm going to do Avalanche because that's what we've been talking about recently. So I kind of staged my wallet, and the reason I did this, I'm going to demonstrate. I could buy. Okay. Again, I need to show you first before you do anything. When you come in after you create your account and you're verified, you need to come into your profile. You need to hit settings, and you need to go to payment methods and add a payment method. Okay. You can do bank account, debit card, wire transfers, and gift cards. You could also, it looks like you can do PayPal and Google Pay if they're available in your country as well. You have to set up at least one bank account because they're going to purchase the crypto with your bank account, and that's where you get started. So once that's happened, now you can come in to buy, and you choose, say I want to buy $200 of Bitcoin. I'm going to do Avalanche for this one. You can see there's Avalanche, Solana, Ethereum. So you can buy, just about anything on, but a good chunk of stuff on here. So we're going to do AVAX for demonstration purposes. Choose if I have multiple. So which account do I want to buy this with? I hit preview buy. Okay. It says it's going to give me 1.7716 AVAX because AVAX right now is $111 per. You can actually, if you want to do from an investment perspective, you want to set routine weekly buys up. Coinbase lets you do that too, which is kind of a cool feature. And you just would hit buy now. I'm not going to hit buy now, and I'm going to explain why. Actually, it shows you here. I hadn't seen this message before, but this is exactly why I'm not going to hit buy now, because I staged my wallet with 2 AVAX so I could show you sending it out. But what happens on Coinbase, and I don't know if this is US or it's global, I would assume it's platform wide because I know what they're doing. You can't send your crypto that you buy off the platform for 6 days. And the reason they do that, at least I'm assuming, is because they're giving you access to the crypto immediately. Once I hit buy now, I now have this 1.766 AVAX in my wallet in Coinbase. Okay. And you can actually do swaps and transact within Coinbase with whatever you buy. You could swap AVAX to Bitcoin, AVAX to Sol, whatever you want to do, as long as you keep it on Coinbase. But it won't let you send anything off for 6 days. So obviously, for the purpose of this video, that doesn't work for me. There is a workaround to that, at least if you're in the US. So there's an app called Cash App, and I don't know what countries Cash App is able to be used in, but it's definitely usable in the US. And Cash App, you can basically send funds to people, bank account, things like that. But you can also buy Bitcoin on Cash App. And so what I'll do is I'll buy Bitcoin on Cash App. I will send the Bitcoin to Coinbase and then swap for whatever I need. Because as long as you send something to Coinbase, but you're not buying it, you can then send that immediately off the platform. It's just when you buy it, because they're giving it to you immediately, but it could take 3 or 4 days for your bank account transaction to go through. And so what happens is, people could say, I want to buy this, they'll give it to them immediately, and then they don't have the funds like when it actually tries to process the transaction. And so Coinbase can just take it back if it hasn't been left the platform yet. So understand, you have that limitation with Coinbase. It's going to take 6 days to come off of the platform. So again, if you're able to use Cash App, you can buy Bitcoin in Cash App, send it to Coinbase, swap and send out immediately. So let's just assume at this point now it's my 6 days has passed. It's 5 or 6 days. And now I am free to send this Avalanche that I purchased off of Coinbase. So it's very simple to do. All you have to do is you do need to set up your MetaMask. If you're going to do, again, I'm doing Avalanche here, it's MetaMask. You can see Ethereum, AVAX for Avalanche, and Smart Chains, Binance Smart Chain. Make sure if you have multiple networks set up on your MetaMask that you choose the right one, so AVAX. And your account is right here. And it's actually the same account for all of your chains that you have set up. It's this exact same address. But to interact, you need to be setting up with the right one. So I copy this, and I just hit send receive. Very simple. I hit send all. I'm going to pause this while I put my address in, but make sure you pay with whatever it is. It defaulted to Avalanche for me, I think, because it's the only asset I currently have on Coinbase. But make sure that whatever you're trying to send, that is the right thing. I'm going to pause the screen share really quick while I put my address in. Well, I paused the recording instead of the screen share. So one sec, pause screen share, paste my address, continue. I said continue. Okay, resume share. Okay, so I'm sending 1.9874 AVAX to my address. No Coinbase fee. There's a small network fee. That's for gas. And I'm going to hit send now. Two-factor authentication. I 100% suggest anything crypto related that if they offer two-factor authentication, you utilize it. The more security, the better in crypto world. So my Google Authenticator is full of crypto accounts. I think it passed. You bastard. Let's see. Coinbase 624-845 confirmed. Okay, so it's just sent essentially now to my MetaMask. So I'm going to give it like literally 10, 15 seconds here, and it should show up. It's very quick. I said it's very quick. Usually. There you go. Like 30 seconds at the most, it typically shows up. So that's going from Coinbase to your other wallets. When you come back to Coinbase, it could take up to like 5 or 10 minutes because Coinbase has to process all those transactions on a centralized exchange. But sending it out, it goes very quickly. So I have my AVAX now, and I'm all set to do whatever, whoever's video says, hey, you need AVAX. Well, that's how you got AVAX to your wallet. Okay. So then vice versa, if I wanted to offboard, from crypto to fiat, then I can come back the other way. So I can actually do send receive here. I can do the receive tab, And it's already on Avalanche, but let's say that I was receiving Sol, you just choose Sol. And it gives you an address here. I'm going to go back to AVAX because that's what we're doing. And it just is very important that you have the right thing selected and you just copy with this little button here. That's the address that basically your Coinbase AVAX address, essentially. And I'm going to hit send over here at MetaMask. I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to put 2 AVAX and I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to let it's very small gas fee on AVAX. And this could take in 15 to 30 seconds. So it's like I said, it could take up to 5 minutes or so to come back this way. So we're not going to wait for that. But it's very, very simple. Like that's how you send it back. Go to the receive tab in send receive here, and that's it. Then when you get this back, you do buy sell. You would sell your AVAX in this case. I don't have any, but I would if once it's finished transferring. And you're basically, you have to put the amount that you have that you're selling, sell Avalanche. And then once you sell it, it allows you to send it, the cash out to bank account. And so that's it. One of your bank accounts you have listed, same ones that you buy it from. So, to and from Coinbase to onboard, offboard, very easy. All right. I think that covers everything with Coinbase. So I did want to show you one other platform called RoundlyX. All right. This is a very cool platform for like savings. So what it does is, first of all, just go to RoundlyX, app.roundlyx.com and sign up for an account. So this has the same thing. I'll put my referral link in here. This gives you $4 and me $4 for anybody that gets to use my link. So free $4 to start with. And so what this thing does is you go into your connections here and you need to link an exchange first. And so if you just did Coinbase, then just link your Coinbase account. That's Voyager, OKCoin, Gemini, Binance, and Kraken. I don't know what prize out is. So these are pretty major exchanges as well. Centralized exchanges you can connect to, Coinbase, if you just did that. And then you do round up sources. And so I have some, this can be bank accounts, it can be credit cards. It seems like it supports pretty much everything that I have some pretty obscure credit cards that it totally supports. It's Merrick and stuff. So you plug these in, add another bank credit card. It's very simple to do. You basically, no, it's not working now. You basically just put your bank login information in, and it uses for Plaid to do the linking, which a lot of these respected financial things are using as like an intermediary to authenticate to your account. And so what happens with Roundly is it will round up every transaction that you do on the cards or bank accounts you have linked to it. Okay. So essentially, let's say that you did a transaction on a card for $5.02. Then what it's going to do is it's going to peel off 98 cents. It's going to round up to the next dollar. And so it's now going to say, okay, you did a transaction for $5.02. I'm going to carve out 98 cents. And it's going to do that for every single transaction that you do with a bank account. And what it does is once it gets to $50 that it has noticed that you have rounded up transactions of $50 worth, it goes out to Coinbase and buys $50 of Bitcoin for you, puts it in your account, and it basically takes that out of like your bank account that you have linked. All right. So every time that you have $50 worth of roundups, it just buys $50 of Bitcoin at the current price and puts it in your account in your Coinbase. So it's a very cool savings feature that just lets you round up all your fiat transactions and invest in Bitcoin. Like, think about that. That could be, depending on how much activity you have, it could be hundreds of dollars a year, it could be $1,000 a year. That you wouldn't really miss because it's just sense of everyday transactions. You just don't even really notice it. So that's a very cool feature. If it's something you're into from a savings plan perspective, check out RoundlyX. Use my referral code. I'll put it in the description. I think that was everything that I wanted to show you guys today. I appreciate you hanging out. Until next time, peace.